Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
I'm back! Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch Attack on Titan Season 4, Episode 5. I just watched the Episode 4. If you want to see my reaction video about that, I'm gonna put the link into the eye. If you don't know it, because I saw that some people are discovering my channel right now with these videos about Attack on Titan. If you don't know it, I binge watched all of this anime. So if you're interested to discover my reactions and the evolutions of my series all along this anime from Season 1, Episode 1 to now, go check the playlist that I made for it. Clearly, my series evolved a lot, and clearly I had a lot of episodes with my mind exploding. If you can be interested to discover that. Right there, episode 5, with how ended the episode 4, I'm like, I think that I'm right. I think that during this festival something is gonna happen, an attack, an incident. My theory for now, my theory, what I would have done, what I wish that they thought about, it's not to attack like directly, to kill people, to come with guns, you know, and to kill people like that. I think that it's not the good place to do it, the good people also to kill, because you're right there into an Eldian town with a lot of Eldian people who didn't ask, you know, for you to attack right there. And you know, they are like you. If I'm thinking about our guys, how they are thinking, I don't think that it's a good way to do it. Okay, right there you have a lot of VIPs that maybe you can target, but at the end I wouldn't target them to kill them. I would target them to tell them the truth about what the Marley people did, are still doing, the fact that it's so wrong. I don't know, I would take that opportunity to attack, yes, but to make more a symbolic attack, like to make that statue that we saw during the last episode explode or something like that, because it's representing a lot of things for the Mali people. So to make that statue explode, it could be interesting. And yes, for me, I would do something more symbolic than really direct like that, like killing a lot of them. And again, I would be so afraid, you know, for the Eldian people inside to be punished, you know, for this attack, for the Marley people to say, see, we finally did something into your town, we offered you that festival, music, dance, food. We discovered that they never had that, you know, that it was the first time that they were experiencing that, a moment of joy, you know, a festival. So I can imagine that the Marley people, they would be like, see, we finally gave you that and you transformed it into an attack, you took that opportunity to kill us, you're really evil and stuff like that. I don't like that, it's killing me in advance. As much as right there, Eren meeting Reiner, that's gonna be great, and I can understand why maybe Eren he wants that. Maybe Falco told him what Reiner said earlier, and maybe Eren thinks that Reiner can switch, you know, that at least they need to talk together. I don't think that they're gonna fight or something like that, not right there. But Falco is gonna discover by the same occasion, you know, that Eren lied to him, who he is really. And also, if I'm right about this attack, like, I'm afraid of Falco discovering that he was used by Eren, that Eren lied to him, but he was also used by Eren to send all of these letters to prepare this attack. Because of this attack, maybe some of the people that Falco knows are gonna be killed or are gonna be punished for it. Like, I said it at the end of the last episode during the review, with all of what I can imagine in advance, it's really weird. But I can imagine that Falco, who was against the war, maybe is gonna be for this war to fight our guys, but on the contrary, Gabi, who is now really blind and who just wants to be a warrior, I think that maybe she can switch on our side at some point, because, you know, okay, she's blind about all of what is happening all, like she's the most brainwashed of this group. But at the end, it's also because of the fact that she's the most genuine, she's the most honest, like she's not seeing anything bad that they are doing, you know, on her side. So if at some point she understands the truth, she sees what is gonna happen and what happened before, like for me, because of the fact that she's so genuine and she's so honest, you know, with her reactions, with her thoughts, maybe in fact she can be the one to switch with us. I don't know, I'm feeling the girl like that. The fact that she didn't understand that Falco had feelings for her. Ah, we have another Eren. You know, with Mikasa. But yes, I'm afraid of Falco, how he's gonna react. Right now, I'm not so much afraid, you know, about how he's gonna react discovering that Eren is right there. Again, I love so much the parallels between Eren and Reiner. Both of them that are coming from mixed parents, you know, one Eldian, one Marleyan. Both of them, they were so loyal to their people, they wanted to fight for their people, to kill the enemies because of their people, you know, to defend them, to protect them, to have this revenge. Both of them, they had doubts, they were disturbed, you know, by all of these missions when they discovered the truth about how it's happening on the other side. I mean, for Eren it was not that, not yet at least, and both of them, they are also spies, you know, on the other side, you know. Eren, what he's doing right now, it's what Reiner did during all of these years that he was into the survey corps, in fact. So yes, I think that these two, in fact, are the true nemesis of each other. When you could think that Zeeke is the true nemesis of Eren, I don't think so. Normally, if I'm right with this theory about the festival and all, normally during this episode we should have a lot of actions, you know, a lot of things happening. I'm excited about it, I'm stressed also because I know what I want, I'm not sure that it's gonna happen like that. So if it's not gonna happen like that, it means that a lot of people are gonna be killed. And now that we discovered the people inside, now that we had time, you know, with them, for sure I don't want anything bad to happen to them now. Because I know them and I know that they are not all bad, you know, and stuff like that. That was clever, you know, for the writers to do that, and that's what I wanted also. I said it at the end of the season 3. So we'll see how it's gonna happen during this episode that I'm gonna watch right now. Remember that if you want to have my Patreon, on which we have a lot of advance, 6 episodes of advance. It's really a lot, and on which I'm posting extended or full reaction parts. For Attack on Titan, I put a lot of full reaction parts since the beginning of this binge watching. If you can be interested by that, and check the description to know if for this episode I put the extended or the full reaction part. Let's go for this episode 5. Let's go. That's gonna be something, guys. Bertolt, yes. Because he knew Titan well. Okay, so it was not a teaser, we were really beginning the episode with that. You said that you were old friends. Oh, you lied to Falco. For sure you lied to him. Declaration of war? I was right, that's gonna be an attack, that's gonna be a declaration of war. I wanted that to be declaration of truce. Storm outside, is it a warning? That you don't want him outside? To transform if he wants? Reiner, you know it? And right now we know that you just want to protect Falco, in fact. Be careful, Eren, with what you're gonna say. Only say the truth.
お久しぶりです、レオンハートさん。
そういや寝たきりだった噂。
Leona? You...
きっと娘さんも立派に。
死んでねえよ。兄は生きてる。帰ってくると約束したんだ。
I can cry!
各国の大使や名義の数々。あとは全世界の主要な新聞社が全部。
So not kill them and spread the news, spread the truth. A symbolic attack, please, a symbolic attack.
マーレの戦士はマガト隊長が泳いだ。
He did? Why? Why now? No one is gonna say something?
どうやって何しにここに来た？
How? It's a good question. Why? I think that you know.
お前と同じだ。わからないか。お前
You're
と
the same?
仕方なかった。
And to be a spy also inside.
今からおよそ100年前、エルディア帝国は巨人の力で世界を支配していました。
Are you with us? You are...
平成の人類が3度絶滅しても足りないほどの命が巨人に奪われた。巨人によって途方もない数の民族や文化、敵のいなくなったエルディア帝国は同族同士で殺し合いを始めました。8つの巨人を持つ家が血を流し合ったのです。
Did I know that
奇跡を
before?
生み出したマーレ人がいました。
Ah,
彼こそが英雄エルディア帝国は次々と同士討ちに倒れていきました。勝つことは不可能とされたフリッツ王さえも島に退かせることに成功したのです。世界を踏み潰せるだけの幾千万もの巨人があの島に控えています。
they're afraid of that.
我々の世界がまだ踏み潰されずに存
Bertolt
在
was
している
afraid
の
of
は
that, all of
偶
them.
然である。その脅威を排除するべく4体の巨人を島に送り込みました。
9 years ago now.
つまり暗黒の人類史たるエルディア帝国は未だ健在なのです。お前たちは世界を救おうとした。そうなんだ。
イエーガーはそのまま戦後に行ける。
はーい。
2人はこっちだ。
You're dividing them. Blonde hair! Blonde hair! Are you?
どこの所属？
Armiiiiiiin!
そしてエルディア人の無駄話につき。
You're someone that we know. We can't see your face. You're someone that we know.
そんなピークさんこそ今日はご機嫌なんですかね。何をしている？行くぞ。
It's Armin, no?
車力の巨人どこだよ。
何か異常？
They are in love with you. Concentrate. It's all guys who are separating you from the place. They don't want the Titans to be right there. The warriors, I mean.
アガト隊長はどこに？
Since how long you prepared that trap?
クルーガーさん、古い友人じゃないのか。
Oh, Falco.
あれって何年前の？
That's it.
4年以前なら知り合ったのはパラディだ。
さて。
I'm afraid.
誰ですが、真実とは少々異なります。
My heart is beating so not fast, but so loudly.
その本当の真実を今回初めて公表させていただきます。あの戦争を終結させ、世界を救ったのはフリッツ王なのです。彼
You're
は
saying our truth, what our guys think.
何より虐げられ続けたマーレに心を痛めておられたのです。始祖の巨
That's
人
what I
の継
wanted
承
for you to
とともに
spread the
ファルコは
truth.
結作し、一人のマーレ人を英雄と称し活躍させました。その際、安息を脅かせば幾千の巨人で報復すると言い残しました。これは真意ではありません。
I'm balancing myself. I'm doing that when I'm focusing on stuff. I'm sorry.
カール・フリッツの思想は代々受け継がれ、
Yes.
今日まで島から巨人が攻めてくることは
Are they gonna believe you?
それほどまでにエルディア人の犯した罪は重く、決して償うことはできない。どういうことだ。
これが事実なの。
But because you came with your 4 warriors, things changed.
タイバー家とはありもしない名誉を貪る卑しい小僧に過ぎ、この世界が置かれている危険な状況を理解したからです。呼びに向かった兵士ともども姿を消しました。
It's our guys, it's the soldiers who came for the warriors.
始まったか。
You meant that you knew it?
古典的だけど、この狭さじゃ巨大化できない。ましてや2人じゃ。でもあの兵士。
You did! I think that it was Armin.
カール・フリッツは始祖の巨人の力で三重の壁を築きました。およそ6000万もの超大型巨人で作られており、
They are all Colossal Titans?
フリッツ王の平和思想は淘汰され、始祖の巨人はあるものに奪われました。
Oh, that's Eren.
その名はエレン・イエーガー。
Oh, that's what I was afraid of. You used him, you betrayed him, you lied to him. Still, Eren.
家族宛ての手紙じゃなかった。仲間だと。この超大型巨人軍による襲撃。巨人を身に宿すエレン・イエーガーは地ならしを発動させる可
You're
能性。
seeing the truth, but you're also announcing the threat. You're more on the warrior side.
週末の足音に震え、逃げ惑うのみ。
And on my side. They are really all Colossal Titans?
だが俺にもお前たちが悪者に見えた。
You met Falco.
巨人に蹂躙され、目の前で母親
Not
が
that
食われ
much again.
なぜ壁を破壊した。混乱に乗じ
To
て
kill all of you.
昔、世界を救うことだ。そうか、世界を救うためだったの。それは仕方ないな。我々できるだけ苦しんで死ぬように努力するって。そのために来たんだろう。確かに俺は海の向こう側にあるもの全てが敵の利で。
Not anymore.
敵と同じ屋根の下で敵と同じ飯を食った。ライナー、お前と同じだよ。
That's what I'm saying.
もちろんムカつくやつもいるし、いいやつもいる。
Yes.
そう叩き込まれた。一体何ができてるの？違うんだよね。兄とベルトルトは作戦を中止して
They want you.
二人を無理やり説得して作戦を続行させたんだ。
All of that happened because of you. You know the end of that truth, of that peace.
お前の母親が巨人に食われたのは俺のせいだ。
And Eren's anger began with that. No, he was already angry before that. We saw it. But maybe he would have changed.
我々は国も人種も異なる者同士です。強大な敵を前にした今こそ一つになる時なのです。どうか一緒に未来を生きてほしい。
Really, you were acting for Zeeke, for the warriors right there. That's what Zeeke said.
どうか私と共に力を合わせてパラディ島の悪魔と戦ってほしい。生まれた時からこうなんだ。そして今ここに宣言します。
A war.
進み続ける駆逐するまで。
You're gonna transform right there. Reiner, your first instinct is to protect Falco. Clearly not what I wanted, clearly not what I expected on both sides. I mean, on all of the different levels of this episode. Oh, for sure, you know how to surprise me. I'm giving that to you, but you. All. I was gonna talk French right now. You know, without thinking about it, I was gonna say, oh la merde internationale dans laquelle on est. Ah! I'm gonna translate that for you. That's such a shitty place that we're into right now. The translation of it is that, you know. I knew that something would happen. I said that I wanted the truth to be told. You told the truth, Willy. You told the truth about the fact that the Marley people, they lied about the end of that first war. about the fact that the king didn't want that war to continue, and he thought that his people deserve to be punished by that, by being in exile, you know, by being banished. But the fact that he never wanted to send you all of these titans, they are all Colossal Titans! I mean, I knew that there were titans, you know, on these worlds, but they're all Colossal ones? It's worst! Okay, stop. You told the truth, but with not the conclusion that I expected, because you are not on our side. If he was on our side, he could have said all of this truth with the conclusion, now you know that we didn't want to be at war with you, that you have no reason to be against us, that we wanted that peace, and that you are using right now the Ardian people inside and you are punishing them for something that in fact they didn't want neither, so stop that. No! The guy was not on our side, and because of that, his conclusion it was now that peace, you know, that truth ended because of the fact that someone on his side stole the founding Titan power and wants to attack all of us. But why he wants that, Eren? Why at the beginning? Because you guys, you came to take the founding Titan power for yourself. You attacked them. You know, you broke that peace. The beginning of Attack on Titan, the first episode, the first season, we had Eren and all of these guys, you know, living at peace inside and fighting with Titans outside. Okay, they were totally blind about what was happening outside and all of that. But at the end, for them, they were at peace in a way, and you attacked them and you fed, you know, Eren's anger that much that now he wants to do that. And Reiner, he knows it, and that's why he's feeling guilty about the situation, because he knows that everything is his fault, because he was the one to push Annie and Bertolt to make that attack. So in fact, everything began with Reiner. You know, everything began with Reiner ego who wanted to prove himself and to prove that they can do that mission. I'm not blaming him. I'm not saying that it's his fault and all. I'm saying that it's what the guy is thinking right now. That's what also Eren felt and how Eren reacted because also of what happened. Even if, you know, Eren, I said it, what Reiner did, you know, this attack, it fed his anger, but it didn't create that anger. I want to be clear about it also. Eren was like that even before it. My first opinion about Eren, even before the attack, I saw that, you know, during the editing of that first episode. You know, I edited the first episode after, I think, like, watching the 5 or 6 first episodes of the season 1, and I saw that the first thing that I said about Eren, season 1, episode 1, even before the attack, it was, kid, you have a lot of anger in yourself. Just because of how he was talking about the situation with the Titans and how he was responding also to the soldiers, you know, who were not prepared to attack and all of that, and a special one that I don't want to talk again right now. Stop! My first thought, opinion about Eren, it was that. So what happened, it fed his anger, and maybe in fact Eren would have switched, you know, if he would have known the truth without this attack. Do you understand what I mean? We can't do again the story, we can't redo it, we can't rebuild all of that. It happened like that, it's like that. But right there, Eren, your decision at the end, I don't understand it, because you're saying yourself to Reiner that crossing the sea, discovering how people are living inside, you met people and you saw that not all of the people inside are bad people. A lot of them, they are just obeying to orders and they can't fight these orders to not be punished, to not have their families punished for that. On both sides, you know, the audience used by the Marley people, but also the Marley people. So for you, Eren, to still decide at the end, you know, to still say to Reiner that your only intention is to destroy your enemies, I'm not sure that you really learned the lesson of what you discovered into this place. And all of these people, you know, they had all of this speech made by Willy with the conclusion of let's begin a war, the final one against the audience. And just after that, they are seeing you, the Titan that Willy was talking about, transforming, and who's gonna attack them. I mean, what did you expect? Like, they're gonna be against you? The Marley people, but also the audience that you were supposed to convince to join you that you were not all heroes. The conclusion of the episode, it's the opposite of what I wanted. I wanted our guys to spread the truth, all of the truth, and to make a symbolic attack. Right there, the truth was spread, but not by the good person and not with the conclusion that I wanted. And your attack is nothing. It's not symbolic, you know, it's symbolic for the other side. You're proving them that they are right. All of that plan with the soldiers, you know, calling the warriors, saying that Commander Magato, he wants to talk to them. It was Armiiiiiiin, right? Oh, Armiiiiiiin! You grew up? A blonde person, it's Armiiiiiiin. Jan is not that blonde, and all of the other ones. And I have the impression to recognize the voice also. That was a fucking good plan, you know, to have them all separated and to you know, to put them into these traps. But since how long you prepared these traps and all, like big things, you know, to prepare without anyone noticing? Or maybe you have allies inside to be able to make all of these traps into these places. Maybe you had allies, in fact. Commander Magato, he said it has begun, like, were you talking about this attack or were you talking about the war because you knew that the war would come? I think that it's the second option. Zeeke and all of the other ones, they prepared. You know, they knew they were working with Willy to make that speech with that conclusion at the end because it's what Zeeke wants. He has 1 year to attack again and to win. Right there at the end, we didn't see Zeeke falling into a trap and all. We saw you dealing with Falco and Peak and Reiner. What about Zeeke? How did you deal with him? Oh, and his dad. And his dad. I had really tears coming into my eyes. I didn't cry, but I had some tears because just the fact that he still believes that his daughter is gonna come back. We know that she can, like, that she's just a prisoner, but him, he doesn't know that for sure, and he just wants to believe. And the fact that we saw that during all of this time, the only thing that she wanted is to come back home. The fact that these two, the only thing that they want is to be home together. For sure, I was gonna have some tears. You know, she got that. No, not some tears. They stayed into my eyes. Ay, ay. This episode was amazing. You know, the tension during the episode, I don't know how I was, you know, my body and all, but I had the impression to be in tension during all of it and to do some weird stuff with my arms and my hands. I think that it's gonna be a funny episode to edit. And I think also that for Patreon I'm gonna put the 4 action part for this episode. It was such a big one, and like I just said, I reacted so much during it. But again, the conclusion of it, like what it's gonna be, I think that during the next episode we're gonna have what's next, you know, Eren, what he's gonna do now that he's transformed. Is he gonna really kill people? Who? Is he gonna target some people and not others? And you know, really the consequences of that? Not the consequences of that, not yet. We're gonna have the rest of the action. Like, I felt like the action just began and they prepared other stuff, our guys, and the other ones, they're gonna reply. So in fact, it's just the beginning of an action moment. But I'm already afraid about the message that it's gonna live on people's mind, what you just did. I wanted our guys to convince people. It's the contrary. You proved them that they are right. I'm not saying that they are right, I'm saying that for them, it's gonna prove that they are. And again, all of what I said at the beginning about the fact that Reiner is feeling guilty, about the fact that Eren, how he's thinking and all, I'm not saying that they are right, I'm saying that it's how they are feeling, it's how they are thinking. Can I judge that? You know, can I be the one to decide you're right? No. Clearly no, and even more into a situation like that where I can understand the reasons of everyone and I can just feel that the situation is awful and needs to end, but I don't know how it can end because everyone wants a revenge for something which was done by the other side on the past or on the present time and on the present time. So now, can it end somewhere? By what, you know? I don't know. I really don't know. I don't have any solution to offer. I just know that this situation needs to end. But can I ask that to people who lost people that they loved because of the other side? Because right there, for Reiner and Eren, that's the case. Reiner, he lost Bertolt. Eren, he lost a lot of friends. I'm not going to talk about Marco. Just know that Marco is always in my mind when I'm watching an episode of Attack on Titan. Just know that. So yes, who am I to judge? Who has to win at the end? For me, no one has to win. They just need to stop. But just need to stop, that's really easy for me to say. And I know it. And again, I can't see any solution. So I'm not gonna judge and I'm not gonna blame anyone for now. I can just explain, try to understand, but I can't agree neither, you know, because of that also. Do you understand my position? And I'm saying that, and at the same time, you know, when I discovered what happened to Marco, I just wanted Reiner to die. Because it's awful what he did during that moment. Okay, you have your reason to attack these people, but to kill Marco like that, to hide your secret, it was only for that, and it was awful. But again, if it was our guys on the other side who were confronted to the same situation, they would have done the same, no? See how I'm thinking? Okay, I'm gonna stop this review right now, and yes, this afternoon, right now I'm gonna eat, this afternoon I'm gonna watch one more episode, and that's gonna be cool. So it's all for you for today, and it's all for me for now, so bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine? Hey.